400 horsepower of maximum performance, piercing the night.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Jim Mopar 4. And today we're getting ready to load up, get them on my trailer, because I got another addition add to my collection here. So we're gonna have to hook up my trailer here. I don't want to give you the revealing of what it's going to be, so it's definitely going to be a little surprise. So stay tuned. We're going to be definitely having something very, very amazing about that. All right, let's give you a little bit of that cold start on here. I know how some of y'all like the sound of this. At least I definitely love it. God, so beastly. I don't care what anybody says. This thing's sick. I love the sound of this truck. All right, let's go ahead and back it in here, get all loaded up. What are y'all doing under there, huh? Oh my goodness, Mr. Daniel. What about your brother? Hmm? You know you two can't stay underneath my trailer. I gotta move you. Yeah, come on. Get your butt out of there. Okay, everybody. You ready for the revealing? Voila. The BMW 325 Exide all-wheel drive system. Got that E46 engine, 2.2 engine in it. Not very much horsepower, but man, this thing just looks nice. So let's take a little walk around on it. As you can see, it's just a really, really nice, clean car. I got it for a really good deal for it. So as you can tell, this car was well taken care of. I love how these seats kind of wrap around you. These things are just so nice. It's got the manual 5-speed in it. One thing I like about it is the one thing I could definitely say, it's definitely got the just old school digital gauges on it and everything else. Makes it really super nice. So let's climb inside, let's check it out. So one thing I like about it is everything is so soft in touch. Got a really nice sound system to it though, really nice. Vehicle has a little bit of high mileage on it, but the guy said it was mostly all basically highway miles, so makes it kind of nice right there. Of course, you got your tach, your speed, gas gauge, heating, climate control, or the temperature gauge on it. Down here on your steering wheel, you got your everything from your stereo audio to your cruise control on this side. Your wiper, turn signals, makes it kind of nice. Very simple, basic stereo system, and with built-in climate control system. So very basic on that general idea. Now, one thing is this guy, his shifter got a little worn out, but not so bad where it's like, oh man, this thing is just totally ruined. To me, I think it gives it that much different look, so I might just change out the shifter knob. Your windows, they all work. It definitely has a sunroof to it. it definitely works. The control to it. I don't have the key with me, so I can't prove it. So sorry. Air light systems. So as you can see, they definitely work. Boy, that's quite unusual. Of course, I've never had a BMW, so this is kind of all new for me. But man, I can see why people kind of like these cars. Man, this thing's super comfortable. I mean, it's really comfortable. But boy, they don't have no center console though. Look how little tiny that thing is. That thing is like super tiny. You can barely even stick a pin in there. And then you lift that up. Oh, I heard about this. So this is the crazy part. Look at this. This is the coolest part ever. This is where they put the coins in at. So you can put all your little coins in there. Got a little stickiness. Ah. So cover that up a little bit. Your glove box. It's got a little flashlight in here too, they said. Look at that. A BMW actual flashlight. See if it works. Yep, it works. That is so freaking cool. A BMW flashlight. That is so freaking wild. Never saw anything like that. Oh man, but these seats are comfortable though. Man, I just can't get over how comfortable these seats are. They just wrap around you though. Can't wait till this thing's actually fixed here. Now the problem is why I got this car for such a good deal. Because it has a dead cylinder in it. So unfortunately we've got to replace the heads on it. So let's take a little travel to the back seat. So as you can tell, the back seat was never really sat in. They just never really had anybody in the back seat at all. I'm a person who stands about 5'10", 5'11". Honestly, I can get in this thing, and I got plenty of clearance on it. And just the seat, as you can see, I still got plenty of knee room right here. And also, I feel comfortable just in the back seat too. So, man, these things are nice. Your vent control is right up here. It's really nothing all that fancy back here. You got a little net back here. Apparently that was a cigarette container where people actually did smoke in this. It don't smell like they smoked in it, so maybe the previous owner, maybe before they ever got it, probably did all that. Still needs a little bit of cleaning. Definitely needs a good detail. But man, this is just a really super nice car though. I like how the leather feels. This is good quality leather seats. They really are. I like them. No center console. That's not. So basically, it's a 3 people can sit in the back. Well, at least 2 adults and maybe a small child. And that's about it. So let's go ahead and kind of keep rummaging on. And let's check out the rest of this car. Okay, so we're going to go to the trunk of it. We're going to take a look at this. And here's some of the covers for it. It looks like I got some adhesive glue, maybe do a little bit of patching on the interior. A little greasy, a little dirty back here. What's this? We're nosy. Oh, it's got a little hidden tray back here, so you can put little small things back here. That's pretty wild. Never saw that before. That's pretty cool. Your battery, I'm pretty sure they have some kind of cover for it. Now here's the one thing that really shocks me though. This is the cool thing I want to show you. Check it out. Boom. BMW's tool set. Now it's missing a few pieces. Like there should have been a screwdriver here. I don't know what's missing there. I don't have a clue. And apparently there should have been some kind of wheel lock tool. Probably also is missing. But most of it, it's all there. So it's pretty darn cool. I mean, I like it. Pretty badass. So let's go take a look around the rest of it. I just like how everything just feels on this car. It's got one little tiny rust right here. The tires, these are 17-inch rims. I'm not even going to tell you what kind of tires, because he's got like multiple different tires on this thing all the way around, from Michelin's to Eagles to it's some kind of extreme tire. I don't know, but they're all wrapped around with 205s, 50s, anti-lock brake system. Makes it kind of really nice. So, but as you can see, this thing just really shines. So, and this thing just really just pops off. Wow, see, that's got like 215 right there, 45. So you got all kinds of crazy tire sizes on here. So I'll have to probably think about getting some new tires all the way around it. All right, the headlights, that one there, it seems like it's definitely got replaced not too long ago. And maybe this one I could probably sand it down a little bit. There's our supervisor. How am I doing, Daniel? Okay. So let's take a look underneath this hood, and I'll show you all of its glory. That's the one thing I've always thought that was the craziest part. It has a little latch that just kicks out in front of you. And so all you got to do is just lift that straight up, and oh, there we go. Voila. The 2.2 engine right there. Like I said, dead cylinder in it. So the project we're going to be fixing is definitely the heads on this thing. So kind of sucks, but when we put it all back together, it's going to be a great running car. Can't wait till I actually get to it. It's going to be a fun project. Never done anything like this before, but it's definitely a little out of my league, but I can't wait to tackle this thing. Something quite new and knowledgeable for me. So that's all of its glory of the 2005 BMW 325 series. But yeah, stay tuned, because we got a lot of stuff we need to fix on this car, so we can go ahead and get it back on the road again. So now we're bringing my attention back over to my truck again. And it's not about doing another walkover or anything. It's just something that happened with this truck last night. Now, it didn't break down or anything, but unfortunately, I had to call the police. Got your interest? Good. So what happened was, last night, I'm driving from Cleveland, Tennessee, headed back to Knoxville, Tennessee. I had this stuff on the back of my vehicle, just right on the back floorboard of it. Unfortunately, what I carry is, what's the best word to answer this? Basically, it would turn a lot of interest in some people. That's the best answer I can tell you. I don't want to give away what my job is, but I will tell you this much on the fact. I do transport stuff that even the federal government, they turn towards me and ask me to deliver it for them. Best answer I can give you. But anyways, let's get back to what happened was. So I'm traveling back, headed north on 75. If anybody's ever traveled that interstate before, they know for a fact about that area. So I'm coming up on a Honda Pilot, and I want to show you a picture of one if some of you don't know what one looks like. And here you go. All right, so that vehicle, he was traveling in the fast lane also. I approached him from behind. The guy was driving a little bit slower than I was, and so I went to go around the first time. I didn't think nothing about it because I've seen multiple people be in the fast lane when I'm going a little bit quicker. So that's just how the interstate goes. You know how it always kind of drives. So what happened was, he didn't like it. He went around me at a high rate of speed. No big deal. I don't care who gets in the front. Let's just keep it that way. Then he lines up next to another car, which was traveling much slower in the slow lane, and he was traveling less than 60, 65 on an interstate that's over 75-mile zone area. So it was kind of irritating me. I didn't do nothing, didn't flash their lights, didn't do anything. I just waited patiently until somebody broke loose. The person in the slow lane finally picked up speed. I got behind it. So once again, now I'm in front of the Honda Pilot. The gentleman didn't like it too well. So next thing you know, he's running with this high beam on his vehicle. Now he does have LED lights on it and everything else. Now, here's a little thing. I'm going to tell anybody right now. With the newer cars today, they have what they call an auto dimmer, which means basically, I don't care if you got high beams on or not, the crap's not going to phase the person inside driving. Now, it might have worked back in the old day, but it definitely doesn't fly today. So it doesn't affect you. But that was not the irritating part. The part that was irritating, he was trying to push up on my bumper. Now, keep in mind, I got a steel bumper, and his vehicle was made of plastic. It's like playing rock, paper, scissors, and, well, we know how well rock kind of wins. So I wasn't worried about that. But I was nervous about the cargo that I was transporting. So I ended up calling the local police department. Now, you could say, hey, man, you're being a rat. You should have done your own business. Look, I'm in my 40s. I'm too damn old to be wanting to break into a fist fight anymore, so I don't really care for that stuff. I let the local law do what they have to do. When I told the local law what I am doing, we were trying to get a good pinpoint area where they can meet up at. I got off on one exit and see if the guy was still transporting behind me. Unfortunately, the guy did. He still kept following me. He got off on the same exit with his high beams on. I got back on the interstate after I told the dispatcher on the police department what was going on. So we went up a little bit further and we got off on another interstate. Got off on a town called Loudon. The officers was waiting on me. So what happened was, I pulled into the gas pump. The officer was practically, well, let's just pretend this is all happening, okay? Okay, so as you can see, this is about where I'm sitting at. About right over there is where the police officers was sitting in their vehicle waiting. And there was two officers waiting in their car. Now behind me at the gas pump, that's where he pulled in behind me at. I didn't get out of my vehicle. I had my hands remaining on the steering wheel the whole entire time. The guy come up to my vehicle on the driver's side here, smacked my window on the side by the palm of his hand, started screaming at me. About that time, I'm still keeping forward, still looking forwards. The cops come around the corner. One officer already had one gun drawn out. The other one had his hand on the holster. They tell him to back away from my vehicle and told him to go back to his vehicle. He immediately did that, so he walked away. And so the other officer stood about right here and told me to stand right where I'm at. And when he went back to his vehicle, he asked me to get out of my vehicle. So we're going to kind of do it step by step, exactly what happened. So I get out of my truck. Now I'm looking back there. This is about maybe where my 300 parked at. Maybe a little bit closer. Maybe where the trailer is. His wife gets out of the car. And I didn't realize there was two people in the car, let alone there was two. There was actually a whole family. Literally, this guy had two little boys with him, the wife and everything, and they were on some kind of little vacation. I don't know where they came from or what state, but he was causing a major scene. He was screaming about the fact that I was using my LED headlights as I was blinding him. I told him that he has the same thing on his own vehicle. Now, then he tried to accuse my vehicle as a jacked up truck. Now, I'm not the most intelligent man, but does that look like it's even remotely jacked up pickup truck to you? The cops couldn't even believe the whole situation. So what happened was the officer said, okay, he said, do you really want to press charges on this guy? And I said, no, I don't want to press charges on this guy because he's on a plane vacation. He's probably been driving all night. He's probably tired, irritated. Who knows what is going on? So when I told the officer, I don't want to press no charges or anything about it, just I need the guy to back off. So he told me that's fine. He said, go ahead, get back in your truck, go ahead and travel on down the road. Now they did ask, I wanted to check out my ID and everything, which I had no problem. I showed them my registration, my insurance, blah, blah, blah. You know, like good stuff. You know, they have to check that kind of stuff over the situation. I didn't have no problem with the officers checking out any credentials that I have with me. And so when everything completely came back clear, which was not really no surprise, when I finally got back in my vehicle, I took off and I started to drive away. They still were talking to the family. I don't know what happened to them. Hopefully nothing bad happened to the people. But it's just to show you, don't always have that road rage in you. It doesn't really cause, it's not going to be nothing more than a headache. Now, luckily, I did the more rational decision. But there's some people out there that don't have a calm, rational way of thinking. And some people would have done probably completely the opposite of what I would have done. But anyways, let me wrap it up from right there. I'm glad, hopefully you will keep up with me on this project that we are going to be working on. I can't really, like I said before, I can't keep stressing about it. Can't wait to get started on this project. But if you definitely like this, definitely give me a thumbs up on this. Drop me a comment. Tell me what you think about the car. What's your opinion on it? I'd like to know from everybody. Check me out on Instagram, Facebook, on Jim Mopar 4. I'll have the links down below. And you all have a wonderful day.